A sex worker with 2 vaginas talks about life with a rare condition. Nebraska declares pro-meat day. And a teacher is convicted of pouring liquid nitrogen on a student's groin. These are the weird stories for Tuesday on Weird AF News, your daily weird news fix. My name is Jonesy. I'm a comedian in Los Angeles recording in a closet. Let's do it. A sex worker opens up about what it's like to live with 2 vaginas. That's right, 2 vaginas. A former escort with not 1, but 2 vaginas, cervixes, and uteruses, claims her rare abnormality allowed her to separate her sex work from her personal life. Gold Coast woman Evelyn Miller discovered she had uterus didelphys when she was 20 years old. She uses 2 tampons due to having 2 simultaneous periods, as well as 2 smear and sexual health tests. Miller is 30 years old now. She was an escort for 8 years and claims having 2 reproductive sets was quite handy, not only for endurance purposes, but also for enabling a separation between her work and private relationships. Oh, that leads me to believe she used one of her vaginas for work and one for her personal life. I don't know. Let's keep reading and find out. I'm riveted. The 2 vagina story. This is a good one. Miller says the clients have been left mind blown. Yeah, of course. I mean, if you saw a lady with 2 vaginas, wouldn't your mind be blown? One was a gynecologist who turned their session into a medical exam, while another questioned if she'd had a sex change gone wrong. Despite Evelyn being told she may have difficulty conceiving, she's now 6 months pregnant in her right uterus and has only... That's crazy. Her right uterus is pregnant. Can she get the other one pregnant as well? Oh, boy. Wow, just the possibilities are endless. She has only recently publicly shared her condition in a bid to raise awareness about her rare condition. She currently owns an advertising business, says her condition has generated a lot of intrigue and boosted her Onlyfans following. I mean, yeah, a lot of people joining the Onlyfans because they want to see what 2 vaginas look like, I'd imagine. I mean, you can't really see this in real life. I mean, I don't know. It seems like there's been some creatures at the Star Wars bar that look like they may have 2 vaginas, but normally in life, you just don't see this. Remarkably, she may even be the first person to make porn with 2 vaginas. Oh, goodness, really? Never come across this porn. I would not have forgotten it. Here's a quote from her. To me, it's my normal. I never really thought it was that intriguing, but apparently it's very intriguing to people. I guess not many people can say they use one vagina for work and one for personal life. It was helpful with work to be able to have a whole other vagina for non-work. It was handy for endurance. If I had a lot of bookings and I was getting uncomfortable in one vagina, I could just use the other. All right, guys, yeah, cut. We need to use the other one, but this one's getting sore. Oh, boy. I wonder if she's getting requests from her lovers. Hey, can we try the other one? I want to see if it feels better. Evelyn says it was tough being in a relationship as an escort, as it could compromise your sex life at home. She says having 2 vaginas allowed her to divide her work and home life. When I get into a relationship, it was better for me to separate the 2, to use one vagina for work and one for my personal life. Miller said her favorite is her right vagina, as sex is slightly more comfortable and she can orgasm using that one. So she reserved this one for her personal relationships only. There's a photo of her. She's attractive, very attractive. The 30-year-old said she'd mainly refrained from telling her clients about her condition due to fear of it being publicized on an escort review platform and that she'd become a novelty and not a human being. Well, you know, there's escort review platforms anyways. They're going to write about you after they encounter you, so it's going to get out there. And, of course, if you're making porn, it's out there, too. I mean, they've alluded to her being the first person with 2 vaginas to do porn, so I assume it's out there. I've never heard of it or seen it. Here's more from her. Some clients I will tell, and they don't believe me at first until I show them, and then they're completely mind blown. They ask to try it out, of course, look at it, put their fingers in it, all those things. I had a couple of clients find out. One was a gynecologist, and he was able to feel the difference, and he then turned it into like a more or less a medical exam. That was a little bit offensive. He was a little bit scared after that. Evelyn now claims new followers have flocked to her OnlyFans after finding out about this situation. She's begun creating more content that embraces her two vaginas. Yeah. Double the pictures. I've had so much more intrigue than I thought. People have just been completely taken back by it. After I got pregnant, I thought I'd talk about it more because the condition won't affect me having a child. So I don't really hate it. If I'd had complications with my pregnancy, I probably wouldn't have been so open about it. A lot of people want to see it on OnlyFans because it's strange. They can't believe it. They say that they had to sign up just to look at her double vagina. It's crazy. But people want novelty, something different. Of course. Miller claims her uteruses are half the size and a different shape to a regular one, and that she was told she may have difficulty conceiving, but she's now expecting a baby boy. Yay! In the right uterus, the baby boy. She can still use her left uterus to work while the baby safely snuggled in her right uterus. Wow, this is out of control. I never heard about this before, and I almost thought the article was untrue, but it seems true. If you guys would like to comment on this story, please call 646-450-2012. Would you be, would you be down to be with a lady with two vaginas? Seems like an adventure, to be honest with you. Ladies, would you want a second vagina? Would this come in handy? I can imagine some situations. Call the show. Yeah, call the show and comment about two vaginas. Well, we're running a real highbrow operation around here, aren't we? Nebraska declares Pro-Meat Day on Colorado Meatless Day. Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts railed Monday against a proclamation by the governor of neighboring Colorado that encourages people to avoid meat for one day a week, calling it a direct attack on our way of life. And the Nebraska governor signed a pro-meat declaration of his own. Governor Ricketts surrounded himself with some officials from Nebraska's meat agriculture and restaurant industries as he declared Meat on the Menu Day in Nebraska. The day was chosen to coincide exactly on the same day that Colorado's Meat Out Day proclamation. Okay, this is like a meat war between two states. Very strange. This guy, Ricketts, said meat is nutritious, protein-rich food source. Noted that beef production is Nebraska's largest industry. Yeah, and I'm sure you didn't get paid something for this, Ricketts, by the meat industry. Yeah, you didn't get paid by the meat industry to declare Pro-Meat Day? Okay. You went on camera surrounded by the meat industry people, and you didn't get your pockets greased, your palms greased. What's the phrase? I should know this. I'm Italian. Hey, yeah, we greased his palms, eh? You got to know those phrases when you're Italian. Yeah, we fitted him out for some cement shoes. Oh, he's swimming with the fishes. You got to know that stuff when you're Italian. Governor Ricketts says this is a direct attack on our way of life here in Nebraska. No, it isn't, Ricketts, because it's happening far away from your state. Well, not far away, the state next door, but still. It's not an attack on your way of life if it's another state, you dummy. What is wrong with you? Are all governors just nitwits? I'm starting to believe that. The Nebraska Department of Agriculture Director Steve Wellman said agriculture supports 1 out of every 4 jobs in the state, generates $21 billion each year. Meat products alone generate $12 billion annually, and the industry has continued to grow, he said. Yeah, and it'll continue. It's fine. We're talking about the state next door, guys. Look, I'll be the first person to defend a meat lifestyle, but even I think that this is just ridiculous that you would, oh yeah, what are they doing next door? They're having no meat day? Well, yeah, we'll have pro-meat day. How you like that, huh? Colorado, yeah, huh? When agriculture does well, Nebraska does well, says this guy Wellman. Agriculture is the heart and soul of Nebraska. Fine. We're not trying to stop what you're doing in Nebraska. This is Colorado. And by the way, agriculture is going to be fine even if the meat eating dips a little bit. You'll be fine. Okay? Agriculture is a swooping category that covers a lot of shit, not just meat. Meat Out Day was started in 1985 by the farm animal rights movement and seeks to encourage non-vegetarians to consider a plant-based diet. They've faced criticism from the state's ranching industry. as well as local governments and conservative groups in Colorado for Meat Out Day. The farm animal rights movement argues that vegan diets promote health and have been shown to reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, cancer, diabetes, and other chronic illnesses. Yeah, this will always be a thing, the non-meat versus the meat people, but they take it to a level that's just unreasonable. When you take it to the level of a religion, where you judge people that are outside of the group harshly, we are one of us, you are not one of us. And therefore you make like moral judgments on the people. You consider them like less of a human being than you because of a lifestyle choice that they have. That's where it just gets too crazy to me. And, the battle behind these two states, this is a symptom of how crazy it can get. Oh, yeah, you want no meat? We got meat. We're going to have it. The article ends talking about how Nebraska's Governor Ricketts has taken issue with their neighbor Colorado before when they legalized recreational marijuana. Nebraska is one of 3 conservative states that doesn't allow marijuana in any form. Well, that right there just leads me to believe that Ricketts is a moron, and the people making policy in the state of Nebraska are just living in the past for sure. So I don't know, if I'm to judge your current meat day by those parameters, I'm going to say you're just dummies. Dummies. Marijuana's the devil's weed, and cucumbers are the spawn of Satan. Eat meat and drink beer. Yay!
You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man.
A teacher has been convicted of pouring liquid nitrogen on a student's groin. Aye. An Illinois teacher accused of burning a student in class with liquid nitrogen has been found guilty. Who's this maniac? Gary Broderson, former chemistry teacher at Bartlett High School, was convicted of reckless conduct and endangering the health of a child. Broderson, age 66, poured liquid nitrogen on a student's chest and groin area during a science demonstration. Demonstration? Let me demonstrate how to murder your students. Let me demonstrate what dangerous chemicals can do on the skin of a human being. Do I have any volunteers? Anybody want to step up here? Don't worry, I'll only pour it on your groin area. Nothing to see here. Let me just demonstrate what liquid nitrogen can do on someone's breasticis. How about that? Anyone ever want to see what happens there? I went on YouTube to find a video. They don't exist. Let's make our own, guys. Let's just let's just show people, the power of science, guys. After this, I want to show you what a Bunsen burner can do to somebody's ass. So stupid. How does this person get a job? Man, how do you hire teachers in this country? Hey, can you stand up? Can you scrawl on a chalkboard? Can you point? Okay, you have a job. I'm going to put you in charge of some children. The chemical burned the student's groin and finger, officials say. A video obtained shows a student. What, they shot a video of this? They shot a video? Shows the student lying on the floor of the classroom as a man pours a substance. A student at the high school told the media a small amount was actually meant to be poured on the chest, but unfortunately the teacher poured all of it on the student and instantly burned him. Okay, so you mean the agreement was, I'm just going to pour a small amount of liquid nitrogen on your chest? You volunteered for this? And then knew that there was a camera running and was totally cool with it? This teacher's out of his mind. And everybody agrees. Hey, no, it's pretty cool. No, just pour a little bit of liquid nitrogen. And then pours. I mean, that right there is just insanity. The fact that the teacher pours it all? Like, what would possess you to do that? I assume this teacher, a chemistry class, knows the power of liquid nitrogen. I mean, a jury deliberated for only about 4 hours before finding this guy guilty of the, yeah, of course. Doesn't, just watch the video. Now, do I have any volunteers? Yes. So please lay down. I'm only going to pour a drop of liquid nitrogen. Now, that's usually okay. I've been doing this for 25 years. At some point during the chemistry year, I will pour liquid nitrogen, just a drop, on a student's groin, and everybody seems to learn something from it. So let's do it again this year. Oops, the whole thing. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean. Wow, look at that. Watch, the person's groin is disappearing. Wow. Oh, my. I had never seen that before. Well, this is a very nice demonstration, and now we have a YouTube video for the ages. And now I'm going to show you what gunpowder can do inside a bra. Hey, everyone, it's Jonesy, the host of Weird AF News. Thank you for your support. I want to give some love to Jorge Pania Camarillo from Colombia, who wrote me on Instagram a lovely note saying, "What's up? Big fan." Probably my only fan in Colombia. Jorge, big shout out to you, brother. Please spread the word down in South America. I don't have any listeners down there, really. I think there's maybe 3. So super, super cool. So big shout out to Jorge in Colombia. Guys, spreading Weird AF News all around the globe, man. All around the globe. It's a good feeling. I want to thank all of you who have told a friend or a relative or somebody you know to give the show a chance. And it's because of word of mouth mostly that the show spreads. So I really have you to thank for that. Without you guys, where would we be? I try to spread the show on social media, and I do some marketing for it. I built a website for it. But at the end, I think word of mouth is the best way. So those of you who have told somebody to give it a chance, I want to really thank you, let you know how much I appreciate that. It's super helpful for the show, and it adds to the spreading of Weird AF News. So tell a friend. Tell a former lover. Tell an arresting officer. Tell your middle school principal, anybody. And everyone you meet. Tell somebody under a mistletoe. Do whatever you want. Spread the word, though. I appreciate that. Oh, and also, if you want to, you can support the show by joining the Patreon. Patreon.com/WeirdAFNews. There's a little club, the weirdos that are in there. Nice little club of supporters. If you would like to take your support up to a whole new level, join the Patreon for as little as $2 a month. That's like half a cup of coffee for Jonesy. Maybe a little bit more than that. There's a place I got my coffee today, $2.75 for a cup, which is pretty cheap for LA standards, for sure, $2.75. I know some of you are like, that's way too much, Jonesy. Yeah, I know, but I mean, the LA prices are crazy, guys. So your $2 goes to half a cup of coffee, really. But hey, every dollar counts. You can also buy me a cup of coffee from the website, weirdafnews.com. If you just go there, it's buy Jonesy a cup of coffee. And I think when you buy a cup, it sends me $3, which actually is exactly enough to buy that coffee that I got this morning. So that's pretty cool too. So check that out. Support the show. If you'd like to submit an article, it's pretty easy. Go to weirdafnews.com. You can do it there from the website, or you can email me funnyjones@gmail.com, or you can Instagram me @funnyjones as well. I check that quite a bit. And I'll even respond to hellos and or you sucks. I'll respond to those too. Hey, man, I'm open. I'm open for communication. The lines are open, baby. The phone number is 646-450-2012. The lines are open, baby. All right. I'll talk to you later.